Y'all got a reaction video for y'all today. This lady said she dates supervillains. She's been dating this guy for 3 months and he like literally just played in her face like a psychopath. Like the way she describes this dude, and y'all gonna hear it, she describes him as a pure psycho. Like literally as a pure psycho. I'm not gonna look, I'm gonna bury the lead. I'm gonna play her video. I'm gonna give you my thoughts. I'm also going to link her full video so you can play it uninterrupted. Peace. So I saved some time and I skipped to this part right here where she's talking about asking him. She has a 3-month rule. After 3 months, you have to declare the relationship or it's done. So she's about to ask him. They just had dinner, maybe clapped some cheeks or whatever, maybe smashed a little bit, like Ray William Johnson says. But then she asked him, "What are we?" And then the answer is kind of rough. Here we go.
And I was like, hey, we've reached the 3-month mark. Like, it's time to find the relationship, like boyfriend, girlfriend now. He's laughing and giggling. He's like, oh yeah, I remember your 3-month rule. Can we guess what happened after this? Does anybody have any guesses? He says, no, he doesn't want to be exclusive. And I said, what do you mean? We've been doing that anyways.
Yep. Men like this, or just women in general, people like this will absolutely play your face. They will string you along to get their needs met. They just absolutely will. They will absolutely string you along to get their needs met. Just like this man just said, no, I don't want to be exclusive. I know your 3 months rule. I was just playing it out.
And he goes, what do you mean? We haven't been exclusive. And I said, huh?
Uh-oh. Listen to this manipulation.
You've asked me if I've been sleeping with it. We had this full conversation.
That's important. That's important right there, y'all. She said, you asked me if I had been sleeping with other people. We had this whole conversation. And he's going to say, yeah, I did.
He looks me dead in the face and he goes, no, I asked you if you had been sleeping with other people. And then you had joked, you were like, oh, are you? Don't tell me, ha ha ha. And he goes, and so you didn't want to know the answer, and so I didn't tell you.
What?
What? This man has been sleeping with other people the whole time. The whole time. And then
Yep.
He goes, well, you're the only one that I've slept with without a condom.
Y'all heard that part?
Has been sleeping with other people the whole time.
He wants to make her feel special.
And then he goes, well, you're the only one that I've slept with without a condom.
Which is insane. He out here clapping everything. Everything. So my relationship advice right here, y'all, is that if you have a 3-month rule, you might not want to tell the other person. This is just like, you don't have to take my advice. This might sound stupid to y'all. 3-month rules, I think, are cool, right? But have it for yourself. I feel like if you put people on that timeline, they know exactly how much time that they need to behave correctly, right? I need to behave this amount of time to get what I want from this person. So I have 3 months. 3 months. It's like you give him a clock on how to act right. And now 3 months is up. Now he reveals his true character. I've been sleeping with other people, but you are so special. I took the rubber off with you.
Yeah, now I feel special. Thank you.
Yeah.
I said, we have had the conversation multiple times that we're not seeing other people. And he was like, no, you said that. I really didn't say that.
And he probably didn't. And it's crazy about it is he was probably very particular with his words, and he probably didn't say that, right? He probably just grunted or just nodded along and whatnot, leading her along to think that he had made that decision already, they were on the same accord. Right, that's what he probably thought. Right, that's my thoughts. And the next part right here, y'all, is where he reveals his true intentions. He knew the whole time that he did not want a relationship, and he strung her along anyways. And then now he reveals his true self. This is why I say the 3-month rule is cool. You just might not want to tell them. Gauge it for yourself, and then ask them in 3 months. You see what I'm saying? This
is why can't we just keep doing what we've been doing? And I said, you mean where you're doing what you want without? He says, why can't we just keep doing what we've been doing? And I said, you mean where you're doing what you want without telling me that's what you want to do? And he said, yes. My dream ideal situation is that I have a relationship where I'm very in love with the person, but I can go sleep with whoever I want, but I don't want to have to tell my person about it. I just want to do what I want on the side.
So he thinks he wants to just trick people. My dream relationship is to just be able to cheat and do what I want to do without the other person knowing. I don't want to have to tell them. I don't want an open relationship because I don't want the other person doing the same thing that I'm doing. That's clear. That's literally what he's saying. I don't want the other person to do what I'm doing, so I'm not going to tell them. I just want to go out there, come home with a dirty ass, some dirty ass nethers, and then come out of nowhere, and then just come home to you, take a shower, come home to you, act like nothing happened, which is dirty as hell, y'all. It's dirty, nasty, stinky. And this part right here is important as well, y'all, because she's going to tell you, and they've been together for 3 months, and she's already broke up with him twice and got back with him, and he chased her. I'm going to tell y'all why.
I said, I left you and walked away from this situation twice. Yep. Not once, twice. And you chased me down to get me back. And we have been acting like we're in a full-on relationship.
She talks about the dog going over there and stuff like that. But yes, when you break up with narcissistic, manipulative people like this, they don't want you to be the ones that end it. They're not through with you yet. They're not done with you yet. You don't get to determine when this ends. I do. So yeah, I'm going to chase you and tell you, hey, no, I do want the same thing. I do. I really do. The whole time they really don't, right? Whole time they absolutely do not want the same thing. So she goes on to say how they spent every single day together except for 1 day a week. And she asked him, what was that about then? If you didn't want to be with me, what was that about? And listen to this psycho ass.
So I say, what is that about?
It's psycho.
And he said, oh, it was an experiment.
This is psychotic, y'all.
I said, an experiment?
This is psychotic.
He said, yeah, I wanted to see if maybe I was capable of being in a relationship like that again. I just wanted to see if I could do it. And I kind of like learning and figuring you out, and it's like a game for me. He says, I just really like trying to figure out who you are and how I can make it work and manipulate you.
Yeah, and that'll do it. Those are his own words. I want to learn how to manipulate you. And y'all see the first tag on here is somebody tagging me. They tag me and they're like, Lee, we need you. They put like the little Batman symbol up, except it's a narcissist, right? Cause I talk about narcissists on my other page and toxic relationships, so I get tagged and stuff like this all the time. You left me twice in 3 months span. Yeah, I'd say twice. That's a red. Y'all, those are red flags right there. You gotta leave. You leave twice in 3 months. That's very red flaggy. I'll say it like that. That's very extreme. That's extremely red flaggy right there. My jaw's on the floor. But they have no idea why there's a male loneliness epidemic. Celibacy looks better to me every day. Yeah, an experiment. Good grief. Yeah, my ideal relationship. Saying that is kind of insane. Literally saying my ideal relationship is why I can go out here and cheat and clap and do what I want to do, and you are at home waiting on me, and I don't tell you what I do, is insane. That's an insane person. And like I said, make your intentions known from the beginning, but you don't have to give people a timetable, y'all. If you have this timeline in your head, I would feel like just for me, this is what I would do if I was single. I would have this timeline in my head, and the clock would be ticking on your ass. I wouldn't tell you because I know, y'all, this is advice that you can live with. You can take this advice for what you want. Anybody can behave for any amount of time. For a short period of time. Anybody can behave for a short period of time. Anybody can be on their best behavior for a short period of time. Anybody can act right for a little while. So that's something you have to think about, y'all, out here in this toxic relationship situations. I'm going to link her full video, and she has other stories. She talks about relationships on her page. Y'all will see her full video on her page. I gab too much, and hit the subscribe button, y'all. I'm out. Peace. Make sure y'all subscribe, y'all. So many people watching don't subscribe. Why y'all won't subscribe? Come on now. Come on. Peace.